Hello and welcome to Tokyo. How you doing, everybody? I wanted to bring you today to a very special place that I've been coming to for a very long time. It's a hideout, I guess you would say. And one day about 15 years ago, I was walking around in the backside of Tokyo Station, which is right there. It's the Marunouchi exit of Tokyo Station, and it started to downpour, rain really heavy, and I needed a place to go. I came here to my hideout, and ever since then, every time I'm nearby, I'll come and sit at this gate right here. Do you see this? This is the Wadakuramon, or I guess the Wadakuramon Tower gate from the old Edo castle. This dates back all the way to the Edo period and has survived. And it's here. And I like to hang out in here. Check it out. There's like a little table. There's a place to chillax on the walls here. And every now and then you'll find people relaxing in here. And it's a great place if you're trapped in the rain, because it's got kind of a roof onto it. And that's the one thing about living in an old city like Tokyo. All around here, you'll find these like little teeny pieces of history. Sometimes you can even sit in the history and watch a good rainstorm comes by. I think if lightning and thunder were to come through here, because it is the rainy season, this would be a great place to see it. Check it out. So this is kind of the view. I remember sitting up here and just watching the rain fall, waiting for it to stop so I can get back on my bicycle. This is one of the moats of the Imperial Palace, called Kokyo in Japanese. Kokyo has a lot of these little nooks and crannies to it. You have to walk around it to really find it. This is Route 1, Ichigo-sen, and if you were to follow this road all the way, this way, you would go to Kyoto eventually. This is part of the old Tokaido that went past the Imperial Palace. So there's lots of little pieces of history right here. There's another one on the other side, part of the Wadakuramon. And right now you can see they're actually taking wedding pictures in there. So maybe we'll walk by there and take a quick look in there. But this is a place that I used to hang out a lot. On the weekends, there's not too many people here. But I don't know. I guess if you know about it, you'll come and visit it. And I think that's kind of cool. This not too far away from here is what is the remnants of Edo-jo or Edo Castle. That's just maybe a 15-minute walk over there. You can hang out and look at the base of the ruins of it, which is really cool. That was destroyed before I guess it was in the 19th century, and it was never rebuilt. But I do have some pretty neat stories to share with you. Thank you so much for joining the memberships. Tomorrow, or next week, we'll be going to MPO Florence and explaining a little bit about the charity that I'm giving all of the membership money from June to. We raised about $1,000, which is really cool to give to MPO Florence. So thanks everybody for joining the memberships. Here, I want to show you some of the pictures. This is where we are right now, okay? Thank you, Cobra Bebop. Cobra Bebop's in the house. Here's a picture of Wadakuramon Gate, or the remains of it. And you can walk around to the bridge. I'm gonna take you around this area, and then from right here, there's an amazing view of Tokyo Station and looking over to the Imperial Palace. So I'm gonna take you around this area. That's what it looks like with a satellite view. To really get into it. And you can find it on Google Maps. I'll put a picture in the description, or Google Maps, so you can find this anytime. So one of the stories that I want to tell you goes all the way back to the year 1701. All right. Does anybody know the story of the 47 samurai, the 47 Ronin? All right. I might get some of the names wrong. My history is a little bit blurry. I'm looking for the pictures here of Edo Castle. So Edo Castle, this whole area was quite big, and there's so many areas to it that we don't have today. A lot of it burned down, and during the Meiji Restoration, we didn't need the shogunate anymore. We didn't need daimyo and bafuku and all these things, this type of royalty. So that all kind of went away. But the most famous incident, I think, depicted in a Ukiyo-e wood block print, which I can't find on my smartphone, which is really kind of upsetting me, is the 1701 47 Ronin story, where I'm going to call them Kira, is one of the court, you have to look it up, but one of the court-appointed people who was tutoring Asano, who was, I guess, at samurai level, and he was really corrupt. And for his tutorial services to Asano, he wanted money. He did not want to pay. So one day when he was insulted by Kira, he drew his short sword and tried to kill him. He failed and thus had to commit seppuku, which left 47 samurai as Ronin. So there were 47 of them that no longer had a master. Those 47 samurai, or Ronin, plotted for a year to get their revenge. And oh, did they get it. They took him out. They took out Kira Yoshinaka, I believe is his name. Yoshihisa maybe is the more historical one. They took him out, and then all 47 of them, after they had gotten their revenge, and this is dedication and loyalty to your master, who is even no longer there. All 47 of them had to commit seppuku for taking out this one guy who was corrupt as heck. And it's depicted in a Ukiyo-e picture, which I cannot find on my smartphone. Oh, smartphone, why? I also wanted to show you some pictures of the old Edo castle. But, oh, wait a second, there's a recent button. You know, but that's another story for another time. It's an old legend. I think that a smartphone failed. The smartphone will actually index it on the time that it was taken, and I downloaded it off of the internet. So we get kind of messed up here. So I don't know when those pictures were set, but nevertheless, that's the story, and it's pretty darn cool. When you know these kinds of stories, you can kind of feel the history. I'm still looking for them. I'm still looking for it. Like, I'm determined to find the pictures of the old Edo castle. It must be here. Other stories I could tell you, but I've only loaded my mind with this one. That's Osaka Castle, which was destroyed by Godzilla. Sadly, we cannot give Godzilla credit for destroying Edo Castle. A fire took care of that. What a shame. All right, let's walk around a little bit. So if you do find yourself in a snowstorm, hang out in the Wadakuramon secret hideout. John has been here. It's pretty cool, check it out. There's an actual table in there. And it's a scenic spot. If you look back over here through there, I didn't actually go over all of this. There's a bridge that you can see through the guards' quarters here, and it's a pretty beautiful view of the moat. And it was after the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923. They did a lot of reconstruction here. So I think much of this might have been rebuilt on this side, but it's still gorgeous. And every now and then you'll be able to see swans coming through the moat, floating over towards here. I don't know if we'll see one. There are some koi. That's not the Loch Ness Monster in here. You'll find some really beautiful koi in the Imperial Moat as well. And this is kind of a rare day because it's not raining. And we've had some amazing downpours and thunderstorms, which has caused havoc, especially down in Kyushu and in the mountains. These are ginkgo trees that drop these stink berries onto the streets, so this doesn't smell the greatest in the fall. And there are some sakura trees around here. Let's walk over that bridge if we can, and I want to take you over to the and show you a little bit of the area here. Again, the traffic stop lists this as Wadakuramon or Wadakura Gate. There's Tokyo Station, so now you can find your way here. It's pretty much a straight shot. Not a lot of YouTubers are gonna bring you to these kinds of places. Oh, they still got the wedding. All right, if we're gonna wrap around, and if they're still there, I'll take you past the beautiful bride who's getting her picture taken in Wadakuramon's tower. But this would be considered central Tokyo. This is as center as you can possibly get. We're gonna walk over this bridge if we can. This is also a not very visited area of the city. Although there are some hotels, including this one, which is beautiful. Do you see it up there? Can't be cheap to be staying right next to the Imperial Palace with a view in. Sure, the Emperor is not pleased. Has to close the blinds. The closest station here is, of course, Tokyo Station, but I think it's Nijubashimai, which is Otemachi. And there's an entrance to the subway that they're redoing. You can see there's a lot of construction. There's one entrance here. The two that were right next to the gate are closed. So let's go over the bridge here. Right away you can see that we're entering into the National Garden, and there are rules. No skateboarding, dudes. And do not try to swim. They made this when some English dude said it was hot and he went swimming in the moat, and helicopters came to make sure that he got out. Look, there's a pigeon chilling out. That's how few tourists there are here. You could never do that. And by the way, no running either. And you can't carry a yellow stick. What's he carrying the yellow stick? That looks like me. Luckily my gimbal's gray, so we're all good. Wadakura Fountain and rest stop. So we're gonna go this way. 160 meters to go. There's where we just were, my secret hideout and lair, where I can plan and plot. Just like the 47 Ronin, which took place in the Pine Corridor, I forget what it's called, which no longer exists because Edo Castle no longer exists. But this bridge is pretty nice. Wadakurabashi. There you go. Thunderbeard's here. You have the best live streams. Can't wait until they come back to Japan. Such an amazing country. Wendy Laya, welcome as the travelers. Gubber Bebop writes in here, from what I've read, neither Asano nor Kira were really great guys, but I guess it's the principle of the thing. That's right. Samurai have principles. WRX Turbo. Go get something from Viron. How did you know that was there? WX Turbo. That's just over there, the Viron. Good call. Good call. I was there with my friend Simon the other day. Actually, it's more like a couple of months ago. Here are the good guys compared to the crow, the pigeons. They really like to relax here at the Imperial Palace. I guess if you're gonna be a pigeon, the Imperial Palace is a pretty good place to do it. Pretty good. How you doing? Do you mind if I interview you? Oh, no interviews. People are very, very shy. They've built pigeon homes inside of the moat called Ishigaki. And you can see here the different construction of the moats. As you walk around and you see, you're gonna see different kind of styles and construction based on the years and the times that they've done it, and the materials too. It's kind of interesting to go around Japan and look at the castle construction. It's all really different. When I was in Kanazawa, you could see the different kind of rocks. They use a different kind of rocks in construction, and there's a lot of people that are interested in Ishigaki, the stone walls, and there's a museum as well. You got to be really hardcore into it. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to my hideout right there. We're gonna come back around and check it out. Let's go in and take a look at the garden. Pretty nice. Yeah, just relaxing on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I've been wanting to do a live stream for a couple of days, but because I'm working, I'm polishing the first episode for the new channel. Like, there's little teeny irritating things that are required to fix the episode because it's the first one. It's got to be good. So that's coming. I think I'll be able to drop it tonight. which is morning, Sunday morning in the US, a lot of places. I'll give our insiders a preview look at it as well as our Patreon supporters. Thank you. By the way, as I show you this beautiful fountain, I came to this area not just to show you this, but it's right next to the International Post Office, and I'm dropping off some postcards to some supporters here. So Michelle in Scotland, Tommy in Finland, Bobby in Illinois, Saki in Charlotte, Scott in Maine, Sean in Texas, and Rutger in Holland, and Zev in California, and Utaniti in California. These are all going out. This is Kanazawa. They have Kanazawa stamps on the back. And there's a little secret in this postcard that you might pick up if you've been watching Only in Japan Go for the last couple of weeks. I have a little Easter egg in there. All right, check it out here. I'm gonna pan around and show you what a beautiful area this is. And you can't even see this cafe from the other side. Look at the tables here to just relax. You can hear the fountains, big windows if there's a typhoon or something. And this is just a really nice place to walk around. Going from Tokyo Station to the old Edo Castle ruins in this direction towards the garden, it's a beautiful walk. Or bicycle ride if you want to rent one of the bicycles. But do you see what they've done here? They've kind of made little moats and bridges, which make it pretty cool. Look at that, it's kind of like a 20th century version of the 18th century Japan. Hey Daniel McLaughlin, thank you, from Australia. Spring Waves is the traveler. Yeah, because of the pandemic, a lot of you had to cancel your trips to Japan, and I'm doing the best that I can to take you around to different areas now. Despite the second wave that we're in right now, people are still traveling, and we have no restrictions to go around. Kanai and I will be renting a car more. I've got some trips going to Osaka, Kyoto, Shiga Prefecture, Wakayama Prefecture. A lot of stuff happening over the next month. It's pretty crazy, the schedule for filming. I'm pretty excited about this, to get back into the swing of things after being inside for so long. So long. It's not that it's over, but we do have to get back to work and life. However, the reason why we had this lockdown for so long in Japan, I can speak about this, is because they were setting up for something, for getting back to work. So now stores have vinyl sheets in front of the registers. There's alcohol pumps, procedures, standards now to help reduce infections and things like this. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but we can't stay in forever. We do have to get back to work. Includes me too. It's beautiful. Let's just absorb this for a second. If it's hot where you're at, absorb this. That's pretty nice. Hey, Colleen Dwyer, spreading my birthday joy, getting a refreshing drink on me. You got it. Little cheers for Colleen. All right, now you're starting to see more of the Imperial Palace and the main moat. It's pretty confusing. That's why I'm still kind of on my smartphone while I'm walking around looking for the picture of an Edo castle. I know I put it on here. I'll keep looking. I'm going through the pictures right now, looking for it. So if you were to cross the street and then go this way, you'll get to the entrance to the garden, which you can walk around in the ruins. It's beautiful during ume season in February. The ume blossoms are blooming. Some bicycle riders go through here right now. I'm gonna take you around this region area. In the distance, you can see Hibiya Park. And I think we might even sneak a view of Tokyo Tower in this direction. Look at the open space of the Imperial Palace. It's pretty incredible. I'm gonna cross the street here. So sorry. We still got a green light. Blue in Japanese. This is the open space of the Imperial Palace. If you were to go straight, it just wraps around. You can go around. When I was driving around looking for the expressway, I drove around and there's one near Kitanomaru Park, not too far from Kuranshita. Back in the 19th century, you would have been able to see in the early 19th century Edo Castle, which was quite large, right in this direction, towering over. It would have been the biggest structure in the area by far. And now it's no longer there. But the Imperial Palace, where the emperor lives, is just that way, maybe about 400 meters this way, with the moat around it. It is pretty nice, isn't it? Straight ahead, you get one of the best views of Tokyo Station. And if you have a zoom lens, it's kind of neat to take the picture here, stand all the way on the end and zoom in, and you have the backdrop of Tokyo Station. Now you have a shot of that lady, but it's a pretty neat shot of Tokyo's Marunouchi Station, built in 1912, I think. This is a great place to run as well. You'll see a lot of runners, mostly on the other side. And you can do a circuit around the Imperial Palace. If you're coming here to stay, you got a hotel not too far away. Get your running shoes on, you can run around. It's a 5-kilometer loop. So you do 2 loops, you can do 10K. Literally, I think it's 5 kilometers. My friend Joseph, who runs the Tokyo Marathon with costumes and live streams it, he told me 5K, almost exactly, 1 loop. Hey, Kaylin, for food. Excellent views. I'm also looking forward to episode 1 of many. It's going to be great to release this thing. I'm just kind of polishing the colors a little bit, and it's 20 minutes long. So maybe I can prune that down to 19, 18 minutes, tighten it up a little bit. It's never really easy to edit a long video like this. It just takes time. To get the story right. And the first one is sometimes the one watched the most and that people compare to, but you will get a full shot of the opening, animated opening, which is going to be pretty cool. It is so green right now because we've had so much rain in Japan. Look at the, I believe that's tsubame or sparrows right there. Look at them, they're like hanging out, the 3 of them. Chick, 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 chick. Straight ahead is Hibiya Park, about 250, 300 meters. And they'll hold a lot of events in there, but because of the pandemic, most of them have been canceled. Just the vibe is quiet, and that's to be expected, right? No shot of Tokyo Tower. That's a shame. It is kind of hazy, and we're starting to get the cicada, the chirping, which is such a sound of summer. Probably in a week, these parks get so loud, and no pandemic is going to stop them. Walking around the parks in Japan, it's so loud with these cicada. So it's a symbol of Tokyo, of Japan. So loud. That's a lot of rules. Kokyo-gan. Kokyo means Imperial Palace. National Garden is a park for everyone. That's for you too. You're included. However, there is a list of 15 rules not to do. All right, let's just do this quickly. Picking or damaging flowers, trees, or plants. Okay, I would never do that. Hunting, fishing, killing, or injuring animals. Really? Releasing or abandoning animals. I guess if I was going to release my hamster, I would do it here. I don't know. Damaging or attempting to move buildings or structures. Some Herculean stuff going on here. Trespassing. Yeah, that's no good. Driving or parking vehicles. I parked my bike in the wrong spot. I might have broke number 6. Discarding or abandoning trash, waste. Urinating or defecating, number 8. Really? I think they gotta say this more for tourists, maybe. I don't know. I can't imagine Japanese doing it. Lighting bonfires? What? Nobody would do that. Bringing onto the premises hazardous materials, swimming or bathing in ponds. That was some English dude did that. He was on the news. They had helicopters filming him, playing ball games, posting or installing advertisements, soliciting donations, and other actions likely to annoy or inconvenience other users of the park. That's important. Sale of distribution of, so no selling, no convening meetings, no photography. In a professional capacity, I'm here as an amateur, releasing birds into the pond, and boating or sailing. Violators will be scolded. Okay, let's get out of here. I don't know if I've done anything wrong now. I don't know what I've done wrong. I feel guilty now. Did I do something wrong? I don't know. I give up. Okay. Here's Otemachi. Here's the gate. And let me see here. Where's Tokyo Station? Here's Kudanshita Station. So we would be right here. Is the guards chamber, the tower that I'm at. The gate, Kurawaramon. So I was right here. We walked around here. Yeah, here. Just this area. But we walked around this area, but look how big the entire Imperial Palace is. So if you look on Google Maps or Google Earth, it's massive, the amount of space in central Tokyo. And it's such a little paradise to walk around because it's quiet compared to the rest of the city. Although a lot of you like to go to Shinjuku, Shibuya, Harajuku, Omotesando, that Shibuya area, I kind of prefer over on this side. It's just so quiet, scenic, and historical. There's the side of the moat here. Okay, so it looks like the wedding pictures, the bride must have taken a break, but they're still taking pictures. Doing a little bit of construction, and I did see a swan hanging out around here. But this is my secret hideout. One of the gates, one of the entrances is open to Nijubashimai. So you could technically come straight out. Oh no, they're taking pictures of the bride. Oh, that's awesome. I don't want to be in the background. So this is where you can come out. This is exit 6 of Nijubashimai. You can come straight out of here, or you can just walk from Tokyo Station through here and come to my secret hangout. I like to hang out in that one across the street. That's my bicycle. So I broke rule number 6 right there. I'm so sorry. I'll take a 0 on that. Wow, that's nice. It's Sunday, so a lot of the businesses are closed. It's really quiet around here. Now they used to have music instead of the chirping. Do you hear the chirping? Japan has speakers on the walking on the crosswalks, and the reason why they do that is so people that are blind can walk across the street. For the disabled, for the blind, Tokyo is a really, really well laid out city. They know where to stop based on the tactile surface here. So when you're walking on it, you can feel it, and then your stick going across here would pick these up and know to stop. You would hear the sound of the chirping bird, and you know by chirping it's east-west, and this cuckoo is north-south. And then you just follow this line, tactile surface, all the way to the other side. It's pretty neat. Choo, choo, choo is, I think, east-west, and cuckoo is north-south. I could be wrong. This has become the standard in Japan. Which is, I much prefer the sound of the songs. Does anybody know the songs? It's like, of course you don't, because I can't hear you chirping. I can't hear you singing it. But the one song, Going in One Direction, would play this song. Dun 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 dun. I forget the name of the song, but it would play in this direction, and then if you went to the other side, it would have a more dun 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 dun. It was another song, a more traditional song that was a little bit not as, I don't know, dancey, but you'll still hear those. And I think there's a couple hundred traffic lights in Japan that still have those songs, and they're starting to be cut out because they want to have a standard. That stinks, right? Like, I love the music. Why wouldn't you do music? That's so Japanese, and yet they're tuning it out for these bird chirps. Gosh, you know what? If I meet that government official who's changing the rules like this, keep Japan fun. You know, if I was running for prime minister, that'd be my slogan. Make Japan fun again. It just seems to work. It's like my friend Kevin Riley, make cooking fun again. That's his channel slogan, and he cooks some really delicious food. Kevin Riley, Kuma Kitchen. Kuma's Kitchen is the channel on YouTube. Very talented guy, and the King of Osaka, a good friend of mine. Hopefully I can see him in a couple of weeks down there in Kansai. We go down to Wakayama. All right, quick quiz, hotshot. It's a Speed reference, by the way. Keanu Reeves. What is that? Does anybody know? That statue. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. No, that's not Pokemon. Who wrote that? I believe that's Ebisu. I could be wrong. Ebisu is the dude holding the fish that's on the beer cans. It's not Pokemon. Who wrote that? Oh, you crazy. Someone's gonna throw a ball at it. I don't know, some freaky people here. Ebisan. Spike021. I love walking from that area to Hideout Park. Yeah, this is a great, walking around the Imperial Palace is really, really relaxing. Great place to walk or sit on a bench and relax before a cinema. Right, yes. I don't know if that's Toby's perch. Look at it, there are tourist buses going by, check it out. Where are these tourists from? I'm kind of curious. We have a Tokyo Tower sighting. Do you see in the distance? Tokyo Tower. All right. Local tourists, most likely. Yeah. This is still tourists. There are still domestic tourists, and the ones that I did meet in Kanazawa last week were from all over Japan. So people who are staying in Japan are still traveling and getting around. And next month, and welcome to my hideout, by the way. We're ending where we started. Wait, we're ending where we, yeah, that makes sense. Last week I was in Kanazawa, and it was pretty cool to be able to travel around again. I know that the numbers aren't too good, but tomorrow I'll be giving another travel update. So you're gonna wanna stay tuned. Tomorrow around 11 a.m. I think, I'm gonna give you a travel update just to let you know. There's so many things have been happening here in Japan. So that's a Sunday night, Monday morning travel update for those of you who are in Japan or not. Hopefully we can talk about, oh, come on down here. There we go. If we're lucky, we'll be able to see a swan coming through here. Beautiful bridge going across here. One of my favorite places when it's raining. You can hang out here. There's even a little table if you want to play poker or something. I don't know what you guys would do with this. But tomorrow there's going to be a update talking about traveling to Japan and the cases, how the city's been coping here in Tokyo, what it's like to travel on the Shinkansen. I've been traveling on the Shinkansen for the last 2 weeks now, and going to give you some feedback on what it's actually like now. It's different than it was before. There's different security measures, precautions, things like this. I'm going to give you the rundown tomorrow morning, which is about 20 hours away from now. So that should be pretty interesting to talk to you and get some of your feedback on this on a Japan travel update. Larni Rivera, Mabuhay John, I miss Japan. See you in Kanai when I visit again. Absolutely. I hope that that's sooner than later, maybe by next year. Hey Anjum. Hey John, did you know that there is an Only in Japan subreddit? Yes. Nosh. Take note. Can't wait to visit Japan again. Thanks for the hope and videos. Best cycle. You're very welcome. Yeah, we do have a subreddit and a Reddit page, and there's another owner of that, and we've been in contact, and that'd be pretty cool to build that up as well. The Discord server has been sort of our headquarters for the last year now, and we have some really good people moderating over there. It's kind of fun to talk about the shows after the live stream. A lot of people will go in there into the general chat. It's free. It's discord.gg/onlyinjapan. That's your invitation. You need that as an invitation. Discord.gg/onlyinjapan. And yeah, we're getting close to 10,000 people there, which is pretty cool because this was also a place where when people were traveling in Japan, other travelers could help other travelers. So you knew the conditions at certain areas when you were on the road here. And I thought that was pretty cool to be able to have something like a thorn tree or thorn something that the Lonely Planet used to have back in 20 years ago, where people on the internet could tell what the situation is right now. That's sort of what the Discord service turned into. But once again, this is my hangout. I'll put a link in the description. If you come to Tokyo, you're in this area, you can bring a bento, enjoy this table here. Why not, right? Take some pictures. If you're over on the other side, there's some people that are taking wedding pictures. So there's some scenic scenes here, and as you can see, with the moat in the background, it is really nice, I think, to be hanging around this part. I'm going to the post office to send off these 10 postcards to the people. If you do want to join the postcard club, do it now, because I only have about 20 left, and they went pretty quick this month. This is from Kanazawa. I can show you the image. It's pretty cool. I make them every month, and they're usually pictures from when I travel. This is Higashi Chaya, the old tea houses of Kanazawa, and I have here a Kanazawa stamp. Let me see if I can find one here. Yeah, there's a Kanazawa stamp. So I always pick a stamp from that has some sort of regional meaning to it. Oh, there's Kanazawa Castle. This is Sean. Here's yours, Sean. You get Kanazawa Castle on yours. Very cool. That's going into the International Post Office here at Tokyo. It gets there like a couple days faster if I send it from here. They're on Patreon, patreon.com/onlyinjapan. I send them out once a month to supporters all around the world. we have pretty good support there. So I want to say thank you to everybody. Tonight, the new episode drops on the main channel, I believe, strongly believe. Anyways, the episode's done. I'm just like polishing it. And have a good day. Have a good night, everybody. I'll do one last pan around as you can kind of get an idea of why I love to come to the secret hangout. And don't hang out too much here, because if I do come here and you're hanging out, I might kick you out because I have dibs. I have dibs. Or at least keep me an open seat. How about that? Yeah. Bring another drink and keep an open seat for me. And I'll be very appreciative and come out and hang out with you here in my secret lair. Look at that beautiful stone seat. Bring some cushions. I guess you could even sleep here. But yeah, no sleeping is one of the rules, so probably get kicked out. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Watch out for the fish. It's a big one. That is a big one.